Hiya! Welcome back. Into the new ones, welcome. Um, Happy Sunday, and I hope you are doing well. Today I thought I would try something new, which is the new Lost Ark game, which is an MMORPG, and everybody's raving about it, so I thought I'd give it a try, right? Since I've been playing World of Warcraft for so long, hoping this will be fun. I don't know how long I'm gonna play it, but I just downloaded and installed it yesterday, and I set up my character, so we'll see how it goes. As you can see, my hair is a mess. I just took a shower and the hair is drying, so again, just reiterating why I'm here. I'm here to share. I'm here hoping that I can help someone. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm not here to get famous. I'm not here to make money. I am here just to, just in case someone, needs to hear something that I'm sharing, just in case someone needs someone to talk to. So, let's dive into the game, and hopefully I can play and talk at the same time. But yeah. So since I'm going back to a World of Warcraft-like game, I want to talk a bit about my time playing World of Warcraft and also something that is usually ignored in the gaming community, or not really ignored. Everybody is aware of it, right? But it's not really that much talked about. I think I heard people talking about it like once or twice, which is all the toxic behavior we as gamers exhibit online, right? So not all of us, most of us. I don't know if there's a gamer who has spent many hours online and hasn't actually been toxic, like ever, hasn't said something nasty to anyone, or hasn't snapped at anyone, hasn't, I don't know. I don't know, we all express our anger and frustration in different ways. So I played World of Warcraft for a very long time. I think I started playing in 2008-ish, if I'm not mistaken, and it was Wrath of the Lich King, and I absolutely loved it, right? Back then, my best friend, he introduced me to this game, and yeah, it was amazing. Oh, look, I got an item. Awesome. But yeah, I spent many years and most of my teenage years playing that game, and I want to confess something, which I don't even know if I told my therapist about, right? So I want to mention the fact that I was toxic. I was one of those people that were just trolling and just being obnoxious on purpose, and I would spend my time on global chat just being nasty to people, and my excuse was, hey, you know what? If they're on the internet, they should be expecting these kind of things. So what are they doing on the internet or on global chat if they can't handle some banter or some trolling or whatever, right? And what I was doing was I was expressing my frustration and my anger and all the nasty stuff that I had. I was expressing them online in that form, and I wasn't the only one, right? So I don't know why. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why it's a bit laggy. Well, hopefully it should be fine.
I like you. You got the right kind of eyes for this job.
So I was being a total douchebag. So why am I talking about it right now? I noticed this behavior in a lot of people, right? So I used to do this thing where I wouldn't curse at people, but I would try to say the smartest thing I could think of, like insult them in a really roundabout way and be a smartass about it. And I thought, it was better than just cursing at people and I don't know, just calling them names. But it's not, right? At the bottom of it, the people cursing at you when they're losing a match and calling you names, or the people insulting you in a really weird way, they're doing the same thing, right? They're expressing their frustration and their anger, taking it out on you, which is not the best, right?
Water.
The reason why I call this the stream in particular hurt people is because I was not doing those things out of a good place, right? I was not I was unhappy, I was frustrated. I would use this outlet to kind of unload those things, right? And I want to say I'm sorry to everyone I've hurt, to everyone I've been a dick to during those times. Hopefully nowadays I'm better. I still find myself in those particular kinds of moods, right? I play Overwatch and I play all these games and I find myself getting frustrated sometimes, but I do my best not to lash out at my team. I do my best not to lash out at other people or people I play with. This is something I'm working on in my therapy as well. It's basically controlling your behavior, right? So that behavior of lashing out and of unloading frustration on other people, it's something that you learned, right? Something that you learned in time. It's something that worked for you. Maybe it defended you at some point. It made you feel better about a bad situation, right? But it's not something that you want to keep permanently. And if you say you do want to keep it permanently, then maybe you should see a professional as well. But it's not, you know, all of us, we want to fit in, right? We want to be loved. We want to have friends. There's nobody out there who says, yeah, I love being hated. I love being absolutely lonely and alone. And, maybe there are like atypical people who are like that. But most of us, we want connection. We want love. We want to be understood. We want to be liked. And those behaviors are not really conducive to that, right? You may find other people who are like you, like the trolls and something, and you can connect with them.
What a waste of energy.
But usually that connection is toxic as well. if you spend some time with them and get to talk to them, you'll see how unhappy they really are,
Sure. Of
because
course.
You
nobody
are
who
quite
hurts
terrifying.
other people
Please, put down the knife.
or who vents their frustration and takes it out on other people,
Hey,
they're
let
not
someone
happy,
else tend to the priest.
right?
There come the ladies.
Happy people, usually you don't find them on online on
It's
global
not a
chat or on
serious
game
injury.
boards being dicks to others. They're too busy helping others, they're too busy, living their life, being
When are we even
happy.
going to find the treasure?
So yeah, this is, as you can see, it's very difficult
I
for me
think
to talk
he was
about because
already
it's a part of my
too late
life.
for these people.
It's a very big part of my life, right? I spent a lot of years doing this, and yeah,
I already gave some the potion.
I'm
The
not
treasure is
I'm not
important,
proud
but
of it.
making it out alive is
I
what truly
hope
matters. Make good use of that potion.
I can get over it. I hope I can forgive myself. And that's another thing, right? So I was talking to my therapist this week, and
We
I
never
was
know
trying
what's
to
going to
explain
happen,
to her
so it's best to
this
prepare for the worst.
pattern or this mechanism that I created for myself, right? So I would bottle everything up,
Everyone gather
everything
up.
that was
You're going to
happening to me,
break
all the
through the
traumas, all
barrier
the
and
pain from the
advance.
past, everything. I bottled it up, and then it would come out right at once. Like on the global chat, I would be nasty to other people. I would hurt other people, so it would come up in these negative ways. It would unload in these ways, right?
It is
And I
believed
would
the
feel
ruins of
ashamed of
Trura
it,
were
right? Because
protected
I
by the
didn't
druids.
want to hurt people. All I wanted to do ever was
Between
to
dragons
help
and
them.
crumbling
So
ceilings, we should be careful.
I would bottle things up. They would blow up. I would end up hurting people. I would feel shame. I would bottle it up. It would add even more to the stuff that was
These
there already.
giant
So all the
statues were
shame
built in the
of my
image of the gods.
reactions towards others accumulated over time. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with
Regulus
this
himself
feeling
created
of
the
you're trying to
gods.
sleep at night and then
The
something cringe
ever-burning
from
light
like
of creation.
years ago comes up and you're like, oh my god, how could I do that? Ugh. And you have literally like a physical
The ark
reaction, like
contains
you
great power.
just shake it out, like you don't wanna think about it, right? And that's exactly the problem.
Destroy,
We have to process all the shit
just like a god.
in order to stop reacting like that, in order to
If
stop
only we could figure
accumulating
out its
stuff
location.
that makes us blow up at other people.
You gonna flap your
And
gums
it's
all day,
it's hard,
priest?
and I've been working on it for
He's
for
right.
many many
We should be
years
quiet.
already, right? It's very hard. But it's not impossible. And I hope everyone that spends time with me can vouch for it, that I've become much better over the years.
We did
And I'm not reacting the way I used to. I'm not as angry or as frustrated all the time.
this place.
Because,
Doesn't
processing
seem
things
normal.
takes them out of the stack, right? All the
Seems like
traumas
we're
and
on the right
everything
track.
just
Follow
stacks,
me
stacks, stacks,
and
stacks.
watch your
And then the
step.
shame stacks, stacks, stacks. But once you process them properly, you can forgive yourself for them. You can let them go. So there's less stacking, there's less blowing up, right? Obviously, it doesn't go away overnight. Obviously, we will still make mistakes. But what I'm trying to say here is that if you're in such a situation, right, where you find yourself blowing up at people or cursing random people online, or just being a troll or just being nasty, overall. Even though you say or you hide behind these like, oh no, it's just a joke, or I'm just trolling or whatever, it's not okay to hurt other people. It's not okay for you to unload your shit on other people. And I'm saying this because I was there, I did it too, and I was ashamed of it like heck. But it's never okay. So that's why I want to say that if I could do it, you can do it too.
Hey, stay put.
I am firmly convinced of that. I believe in you, even though you may not believe in yourself. You can do it with the proper resources
It's the trolls again.
and the proper help.
To break through their lines. Prepare for battle.
So that's why I'm saying I'm here, right? You can reach out, you can listen, you know, to all my happy stories, and you can say, hey, I'm not the only one struggling with these things.
Trolls incoming.
There's others. And hey, look, this random chick on the internet, she's saying she could do it, right? And I can't really prove it to you per se. Like there's nothing really I can show you to, I don't know, to
The others trapped on the other side.
make you believe. Like I'm not here to prove anything to anyone. I'm just here to share. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. That's up to you. That's your choice. I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. I'm just here to offer my help, and I'm just here to say I've been there. I've gone through these things. I know how it feels. I know what it's like.
I was just making
Maybe
a
I can
rational
help.
decision to
Maybe
save
not.
everyone.
But maybe I know what I'm talking about. Maybe not. Because we're all different, right? What applies to me may not apply to you, and vice
Seems like
versa.
the entrance to the
But if you can find something here, then I'm super happy. Hurt people hurt people.
Hey, priest, what does it say?
If we don't deal with our own pain, we're gonna keep projecting it on others, and you know, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You're gonna be like, oh, nobody loves me. You know, people think I'm a dick, whatever.
That thing goes off fast. I hope nothing goes wrong.
And then your subconscious kind of starts thinking that people don't like you, and then you start acting like it and kind of making it real, right? The self-fulfilling prophecy.
This is an ancient magic.
I remember I talked about this actually with my therapist this week. I remember the first time I noticed this mechanism, right? So I was in high school, and my classmate, I don't know what she did, but I remember I hit her. And I remember the intense shame I felt after I hit her. And I was wondering, right? I was always wondering why.
Damn, that stone ain't gonna budge.
Why did I react like
Is
that?
there another way?
Obviously, like, nobody wants to lash out at others. Nobody wants to be an abusive piece of shit. And if you do want to be that, then again, I think you need professional help. But I couldn't explain it to myself why I reacted like that. And it wasn't the only time I reacted like that.
What is this?
And I kept reacting like that, and it kept, you know, just building up. And the reason why I started doing therapy was that it had become too much. So It's just so much to unpack, right? So first of all, it became too much when I was in university, right? So I was feeling overwhelmed. I couldn't really deal with my assignments properly, and it's not that I was failing per se, but I wasn't doing that great.
Fool priest.
And I was alone. The money was tight, and I was not in a good place. So that's the first time I reached out and did therapy, and I did CBT, and it didn't really help because I'm a control freak, perfectionist. I don't know. So whenever you give me a topic that's of interest, I will go in and research it. I will go and
No, let's
just
see.
read whatever I can and ask people about it. So I had already done a lot of reading on like psychology and cognitive behavioral therapy. So all the tables and all the materials that the therapist was giving me were not very helpful for me. But it was also maybe because I thought they weren't helpful. Like I created this idea in my head that, oh no, it's not going to help me, so it didn't.
All along, why would you do that?
We're gonna be rich.
Back then, I was struggling also with like anxiety and depression and all these things. So it was jumble of different
Here.
stuff.
Let's go.
So I think what they offered me, right? So the few sessions they offered me of CBT were too little for what I had to unpack.
Wait for me!
And yeah, I tried again a few years after, and I had a similar experience.
Why isn't it opening? Neil, get me the explosives.
You stuck for the strong ones.
But I was
There must be
seeing
a secret
a
device
bit of
that can
progress,
open
right?
the
So the
shrine
second time
somewhere.
I did talking
Let's find
therapy.
it
So there
together.
was a little progress. And now I'm actually doing the proper thing. And now that I have a bit more money to invest, I'm not investing in clothes or whatever games, or I'm investing in my mental health. So I am doing therapy as well as I'm doing like some more spiritual stuff, and I also have an osteopath that is helping me with the migraines, with the shoulders and head area to alleviate the migraines. And good news, actually, I didn't have a migraine this week, which I'm super happy about. Um, but yeah, I really, really, truly hope
Looks like this
that
rookie is
each and every one of you listening to this, either live or recorded, that you will see these behaviors in yourselves as well, right? So every time you lash out, and I'm not saying we should be perfect, right? And side note, I don't like this game because they over sexualize these characters. Like, look at those tits and legs and butts. Jesus. I'm a bit jealous, but still, I'm looking forward to when females will be a bit better represented in games, a bit more realistic than this. Anyways, um, nobody's saying you should try to be perfect, right? We're humans, we have lapses, we react, we have feelings,
Look outside.
but I'm talking about the consistent behaviors, right? So if you consistently take your shit out on others, there's an issue. It's not very conducive to anyone's mental health, right? So you're not only hurting yourself with that, you're hurting the ones around you, and that's no fun, right? I like watching. There's a guy who talks about like spiritual stuff. on YouTube. And I like him because he's not one to coddle or to sugarcoat things. He just says things as they are, right? If you're being a shitty person, then you get shitty things, right? You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So I think all the religions and all the spiritual people and teachers and everything, they say wisdom is very important, right? So you can be yourself. You can follow your heart, you can follow your passion, you can have these, like, you can feel things, you can enjoy
Do the
things,
contract. Let's grab what we can.
but be wise about it.
That wasn't
Because
the
if you
deal.
just blindly go and, oh,
guy
carpe
with the sword makes the
diem, and
rules,
start doing
kid.
stupid shit, well, your life is gonna be a mess,
Grab the
and you're gonna
stone.
win
It looks
stupid
valuable.
prizes. If you're being reckless, you know, you're putting yourself in danger, you're putting others in danger. This is something else, right? So, self-destructive behavior. That's something that a lot of people have, like people who smoke, people who drink, right? Self-destructive behavior, self-harming behavior. We all have it to a certain extent.
Stop! It's a trap.
And it's the worst when you realize that you get to a point where you've had this behavior for a long time, right? So I had this behavior for quite a few years. And then stuff started popping with my physical health, right? And I started getting scared. So when I was doing it, when I was smoking, I was like, yeah, whatever. I like it. And then I started feeling the
Stand
pains.
back.
And you know, I have an elderly mother back home who I love more than life itself, right? I love her so much. And she will soon need my care, right? So I'm the only one who can take care of her in her old age.
There's just two of us.
And I dread to think what would happen if something happened to me. You know, I'm the only one she has. Because my dad died when I was 5, you know, she never remarried. We don't really have that many relatives, not close relatives anyways, nobody who could just jump in and be her full-time carer, so that will have to be me at some point. It's fun, you know, while you're doing it, you're feeling all these feelings, right? You're feeling the anxiety, you're feeling the negative shit, you become self-destructive, you start smoking, you start drinking, you start being reckless, you start doing all of these things, but then one day it hits you. You may actually have someone that you need to live for. You know, because everybody, there's 21 Pilots song that says something like, I die for you. That's easy to say. We have a lot of people that we would take a bullet for you, a bullet for her, like, right? We always like to think of ourselves like, oh, I would die for you. Okay, fine, that's great. But would you actually live for me? That's very, very difficult, right? Especially when you're feeling down, when you're feeling low. There may be people who depend on you. Maybe not. But one day you may wake up and realize, hey, you know what? I actually would really very much like to stay alive and to be well, to be happy and healthy, right? Because I have some shit to do. And that's what happened to me. And I quit smoking right then and there on the spot. Just last one out. And yeah, I'm not, for those who didn't watch the first recording, I am doing well, right? I am a successful professional. I am earning decent money. That's why I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this as my way of giving back to the world,
You're alive.
because I have this
Let's
story of
look for a way up.
struggling with a lot of different things and actually winning against
It's
them,
so dark
against
in
all
here.
odds, right?
I can't see a thing. Do you see anything?
It was a feat, right? Leaving my home country, my home, from a very small town, going into the big bad London alone at 19 years old, and making a life here for myself, you know. And now I have friends, I am stable, I have a great job, an amazing career, right? I'm fast tracked for promotions, and I'm earning well, and you know, it's great. It's amazing having all these resources
Over
now
here.
to give
I
back.
found it. Take this
I
and go.
love it when, you know, people come to me for help and I'm able to help them. If somebody needs, I don't know, some money or help or advice, anything, I am absolutely delighted to be able to help them, to give back to all the people around me. And I would have never been able to do that if I had given in to those, you know, strong emotions, strong feelings back then,
What's this?
you know, into all the negative crap that was just floating around my head and my being in general. I don't know, maybe this is not what you want to hear, guys, but I hope that by hearing me say that I believe in you, and I mean it, right? I believe in each and every one of you. Oh, shit. Maybe you can believe a little in yourself too, right? If you can't do it for yourself, because sometimes it's hard, right? It's hard to say, hey, I love myself so much that I want to do all of these things for myself. Maybe do it for the ones around you for now, until you find your footing again. And I'm sorry this battle is not as easy as I thought it would be. And I have to focus just a tiny bit, and I know I'm screwing this up, but it's not as hard as some of the raids in Wrath of the Lich King. Ah! Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I would welcome anyone, you know, each and every one of you to ask questions, and you know, to just take a moment and reflect on your own behaviors, on the reason why you're doing certain things, and if the answer is not from a good place, from
When the
love,
light
from
of
care towards
destiny
others,
reaches the end
from
of
love
the
and care
world,
towards yourself, I would say it's time for a change.
the winged watcher shows the way to the light of creation.
And I really hope that you know, you can find your
When the
resources, right?
chaos
Because
of
I
the
spoke
abyss opens its eyes once
last
again,
week about the importance of resources.
you will follow the
We need
pride of
friends, we
lions
need
to the beginning.
all the help we can get. We need therapists. We need a spiritual practice if that's your thing.
Destiny calls to you.
But you need to
chosen
find the
one.
resources that work for you. You need to find the thing that keeps you going. as I said, for me, it's, the fact that every summer I organize that get together with all my friends, and all of my friends who are by my side, they're a great resource, and my therapist,
I believe
and
this is where we
all
part
the hard
ways.
work I put into my job to
But
be
rest
able to get to a
assured,
certain level and get
leaving,
promoted and
we'll meet again.
create some financial stability for myself, right? Those are resources. Find your resources, just reach out to whoever you think might be helpful. Reach out to me, reach out to therapists,
We
reach out
have
to your
a destiny,
parents, to your friends.
you and
And
I.
just be honest, right? They might not be understanding. Not all of us are blessed with people who are understanding. And I'm sorry if that's the case, right? But there's still resources out there that you can tap into, and
Pride of
that
lions.
can make a world of difference, like they did for me. Oh, this guy is evil. Who would have thought? Yeah, I'm just half paying attention to the game, right?
Better get to it.
I really hope you find
We can't.
what you're looking
Keep
for, and I
destiny
really hope
waiting.
you find your place of happiness, right? Your happy place. And I hope you get to live out your days in that happy place, and not discounting all the shit in the world, not at all. Like, I'm aware of people suffering all over the world. I know many parts of the world are not living in peace. Many parts of the world don't have clean water. They don't have like the basic resources to live a decent life. But for those of us who do have those resources, we're not helping anyone if we're just wallowing in self-hate and all these negative feelings. There's nothing we can do for them if we are not okay ourselves. And that's another thing, right? If you want to do something, there's so many NGOs, there's so many organizations that are out there doing good things for this world. If you really want some hands-on, do that, right? Volunteer to your local soup kitchen or community center, or help some people, right? Just this winter, I donated some stuff for my local council. There's always a way we can give a hand, regardless of where we are. Help your neighbor, help the old granny who can't cross the road. Right? That's a story actually. So I had a neighbor. I think she's gone now. God bless her. May she rest in peace. But she had this. You know how old people sometimes speak with, like, it's not an accent, but it's not pronouncing things fully and correctly. And I was doing some shopping. There's like a shopping center just like 20 minutes down the road. And I came out with my bags and I was listening to music and I was in a hurry, right? And then I saw her, and being neighbors, she lived just next door. And being neighbors, she's like, "Oh, hi." And she said something. And the light turned green, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, good luck, bye bye." I didn't really hear what she said, so I kept walking, right? And then I was like halfway home, or actually home, when I realized what she said was, "Can you help me cross the road?" And I was like, "Shit, man." I thought these things only happened in cartoons or something, but I did not help the granny cross the road. And I will be forever ashamed of that. But yes, help the granny cross the road. um, because only in helping others, right, we can feel like some fulfillment, right? We can feel the connection, you know. Yeah, but I really hope you help the granny cross the road and you find your happy place. Thanks, everyone, and yeah, I hope to see you again. Oh, someone had questions. Hi there. I am having a great day, yes. Thank you for lurking. And yeah, very thankful for all the little things. Super thankful for the recent salary increase I had at work, and thankful for all of my friends, and thankful for my mom, and thankful for, you know, all the stuff I have, and I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the roof over my head, and for the food on my table, and for all the little luxuries I can afford. I'm thankful for every single thing in my life. And yeah, if you have any questions, reach out, right? So my Discord handle is the same as my stream handle, and I try to keep it the same across all of my platforms. So yeah, reach out and hope to see you soon. Bye.